My wife declared that her whereabouts were none of my concern. Then at 2 a.m. her calls began pouring in. It was an emergency. I answered nothing. I was terrified. I read every single text. I watched every call light up my screen and go unanswered. I did nothing. She arrived home at 6 a.m. with mascara running down her face and one heel snapped off. She found me sitting there eating breakfast. "Why weren't you there?" I took a slow sip of my coffee. "Your problems aren't my concern anymore either." She had told me straight to my face that her plans didn't involve me, right before heading off on another hidden trip with her rich boss. Then at 2:17 in the morning, my phone started exploding with her calls, 18 of them in a row. I watched every single one roll over to voicemail. I read every panicked text she sent, every desperate cry for help, and I didn't move a muscle. That was the moment I made my choice. Mercy, forgiveness, playing the reliable husband. None of that mattered to me any longer either. My name is Alex Carter, and this is the account of how I dismantled 2 lives with the same calm precision I used when erecting steel structures for high-rises. The slow kind of anger is the one you need to watch for, not the explosive type that flares up and dies quickly. The deliberate kind, the kind that doesn't explode, it calculates. That's precisely what filled me the day I returned early from a month-long project in Wyoming, flowers in hand, hoping to surprise Megan and finally talk about starting a family. Instead, I received the shock of my life, and it was anything but pleasant. I parked my truck in the garage and sat there a moment, everything feeling perfectly normal. The home we had created together, the pristine lawn, the ideal suburban existence we'd built in one of Denver's finest areas. I grabbed my bag, already imagining the joy on her face when she saw me. 7 years of marriage, and despite the separations my job sometimes caused, I believed we were unbreakable. Rock solid. The sort of pair others envied. I was completely mistaken. The front door was unlocked, something that should have triggered every warning bell. Megan was obsessive about security. She double-checked the locks every night, and had convinced me to install a $1,500 alarm system the year before because she claimed to feel unsafe when I traveled. Now it was clear why she really wanted it, for easy access. As I entered the hallway, my boots silent on the hardwood floors I had installed myself, I heard a sound that froze my blood. Laughter. Her laughter, but not the version she shared with me anymore. This was something entirely different. Open, intimate, the sound of 2 people enjoying a private joke that had no place in our marriage. I stood frozen in my own home, unseen, while my wife openly discussed her disloyalty without any remorse. The other voice was polished and confident, the tone of a man accustomed to getting whatever he desired without opposition. They were in the living room, likely on the sofa I had carried upstairs and put together with my own hands, sipping wine my salary had purchased, using time they had stolen from me. "Next Friday is ideal," Megan was saying, her voice filled with that warm, playful tone I recalled from our early days together, the way she once spoke to me. I can't tell all in the short story. For the full story, link below.